Right? Alright. So we finna jump. We finna jump to 2nd Chronicles, right? Let me see if I can grab some more out of there. Yeah, it was a split, right? Alright, now I ain't finna go into all of it. You brothers can read it on your own time. But I'm just touching on some of it because it's a lot. So I'm just touching on some of it. I'm just hitting the point, but I'm jumping around. So we're gonna go to 2nd Chronicles, right? The 11th chapter. The 11th chapter. And the 13th and the 14th verse. This 2nd Chronicles 11 and verse 13, and I'll start there. And the priests and the Levites that were in all Israel resorted to him out of all the coasts. For the Levites left their suburbs and their possessions and came to Judah and Jerusalem. For Jeroboam and his sons had cast them off from executing the priesthood, the priest's office unto the Lord. So here it is. Jeroboam had kicked all the Levites out of wherever they were scattered amongst the tribe. So now you got Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, southern kingdom, boom. And the rest of the tribes are with Jeroboam, okay? So I'll read that again. This 2nd Chronicles 11 and 13. And the priests and the Levites that were in all Israel resorted to him out of all the coasts, out of all their coasts. For the Levites left their suburbs and their possessions and came to Judah and Jerusalem. For Jeroboam and his sons had cast them off from executing the priest's office unto the Lord. So they was gone. Okay? So there go that split. You got the southern kingdom and you got the northern kingdom. Okay? Now, we're going to jump. We're going to jump to we're going to jump to 2nd Chronicles 13. Right? 2nd Chronicles 13th chapter. Right? 2nd Chronicles 13th chapter. Alright. Now, this 2nd Chronicles 13 and 9. Have ye not cast out the priests of the Lord, the sons of Aaron, and the Levites, and have made you priests after their manner of the nations of other lands? So what had happened was, when Jeroboam had cast them out, then Jeroboam started setting up priests among the tribes, which he was going on. Okay? So that whatsoever cometh to consecrate himself with a young bullock and 7 rams, the same may be a priest of them that are no gods. So here it is. Rehoboam had cast them out, and then they started becoming priests, and they start going off, man. So here it is. Now you got Israel, northern kingdom, going off because they got rid of all the Levites. They start doing their own thing. Okay. Now this is I'll read that again. This 2nd Chronicles 13 and 9. Have ye not cast out the priests of the Lord, the sons of Aaron, and the Levites, and have made you priests after the manner of the nations of other lands, so that whatsoever cometh to consecrate himself, so whosoever, I said whatsoever, like whosoever cometh to consecrate himself with a young bullock and 7 rams, the same may be a priest of them that are no gods. But as for us, the Lord is our power, and we have not forsaken him. And the priests which minister unto the Lord are the sons of Aaron, and the Levites wait upon their business. So there you go right there. So it's being told to Jeroboam that he's going off by doing it, by kicking out the Levites. So you had Jeroboam being the leader of the northern kingdom, which that was you know of today as Puerto Rican, they was going off. They got rid of the Levites. And the Levites are the Haitians today. Okay? So-called. Yeah, the so-called Haitians. Right? So you're jumping around, right? Now, I'm gonna speak on it. When you go into the history of when you read Second Chronicles, right? Second Chronicles, when you read Second Chronicles, the 30th chapter, right? You had Hezekiah, okay? You had Hezekiah, which was trying to bring back all the tribes, okay, during the Passover, okay? But not all of them came. And you had some of them making mockery of Hezekiah because of his father was going to war, okay, with the northern kingdom. So you had us, the Negro, Latinos, and Native American 12 tribes fighting amongst each other, okay? You had that going on back then, okay, because of the split, man. And the Most High set it up like that, okay, so he can show his power by bringing Israel back together. He had it set up like that. When you look at the history and how we was going against each other, and you look at what's going on today, you know, and when you understand the scriptures, you know that's the power of YAHAWASHI, bringing them tribes back together. So that's the power of the Heavenly Father and His Son, allowing it to happen, man, because He the one bust us up, you know. But here it is, this Second Chronicle. I ain't gonna read all of them, just go straight to the point. This Second Chronicle, okay, this Second Chronicle 30, and I'll start at the first verse, and then I'm gonna jump around. This Second Chronicles 30 and 1. And Hezekiah sent to all Israel and Judah, and wrote letters also to Ephraim and Manasseh. Manasseh is the Cubans, okay? That they should come to the house of the Lord, that they should come to the house of the Lord at Jerusalem to keep the Passover, unto the Lord, the power of Israel. Okay? Now I'm gonna jump to the point. It says, verse 11, nevertheless, jump to verse 10. So they passed from the city to city through the countries of Ephraim and Manasseh, even unto Zebulun. Zebulun is Guatemala, Panama, okay? But they laughed them to scorn and mocked them. Why? Because you had Hezekiah's father go to war with the with the northern kingdom, and you had Hezekiah trying to bring the kingdom back through the Passover and serve the Lord. But not all of them came, and not all of them was sanctified, right, to participate in the Passover. But Hezekiah prayed for them, but the point is not all of them came back together, because that's showing you that the Most High put that division there. He busted up, boom. Okay? That's showing you. It says, mock. It says, verse 11, nevertheless, divers of Asher and Manasseh and Zebulun humbled themselves and came to Jerusalem. Okay? Where's Ephraim at? Where's Ephraim at? Where's Simeon at? Where's Issachar at? Okay, they ain't all come. It says there that it was Asher, okay? It said Manasseh and Zebulun humbled themselves and came to Jerusalem. Also in Judah, the hand of the power was to give them one heart to do the commandments of the king and of the princes by the word of the Lord. And there assembled at Jerusalem much people to keep the feast of the unleavened bread in the 7th month, a very great congregation. But not all the tribes came up, okay? Not all the tribes came and participated in the Passover and the unleavened bread, okay? So it was a split, okay? And then you had, if I'm not mistaken, then you had some of the tribes already gone into captivity because you had Salmanasar, the king of Assyria, the fifth, Salmanasar the fifth, okay, and Sargon the second, the one that completely just laid Samaria flat. But Salmanasar the second, Salmanasar the fifth was the one that besieged him first. But Sargon the second was the one that laid the northern kingdom flat, Samaria flat, man. Okay, he was the one that finished him off. But I think, let me see, verse. Yeah, he was the one that lay him flat, man. Sargon the second. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look it up. Right? And they went into captivity. They went into captivity around 722 BC. So that's why we say when they went into captivity around 722 BC, that's why we say around that time when they were in captivity, they must have rebelled and left and came on this side. Okay? Because they went into captivity around that time. So that's why we always say around 722 and 723 that they left, you know. But we're going to look up in Google. We're going to look up in Google about Sargon II took over Israel. Okay? Let me see here. I just want to go straight to the point. Hold on. What Assyrian king conquered Israel? Alright, this Sargon. Let me let her finish speaking and I read it. Okay, this is about Sargon II, right? It says in 722 BCE, nearly 10 to 20 years after the initial deportation, the ruling cities of the northern kingdom of Israel, Samaria, was finally taken by Sargon II. It was finally taken by Sargon II, right? It says after a 3-year siege started by Salmanasar the fifth against him came up Salmanasar, the king of Assyria, and Hosea became his servant and gave him presents. So reading that right there, it says Sargon II finally took Israel, right? I'll read it again. It says in 722 BCE, I forgot the E, nearly 10 to 20 years after the additional deportation, the ruling city of the northern kingdom of Israel, Samaria was finally taken by Sargon II after a 3-year siege started by Shalmaneser V. So the siege started with Shalmaneser V, which was a Syrian king, but Sargon II was the one to finish them off. Okay, so they was able to be taken. Okay, against him came up Shalmaneser, king of Assyria, and Hosea became his servant and gave him presents. Now what he tried to do was pay tribute to him to stop him, but Israel was being rebellious. So when you read 2 Kings, but we finna go there, 2 Kings, but I just wanted to get that out so you brothers can see. Sargon II was the one that completely laid Israel flat. Okay, but I'll put it up on there so you brothers can see, so I won't have to do no. There it is right there. Okay, that's what I'm looking at. All right, so it was taken by Sargon, who? Sargon II. He was the king of Assyria. Okay, and it was done in 722 BC. Okay, now when you read 2 Kings, right? We're going over to 2 Kings, right? And we also gonna get the Apocrypha, right? We're gonna read out of there, right? Now you gotta remember, the kingdom is split, they divided. You got the southern and northern kingdom. Why was it split up? Because of what Solomon did, okay? And what was going on with the northern kingdom? They was in the idolatry. That's what caused them to be taken and go into slavery. But Hezekiah tried to bring them back together. Yeah, but what happened? The Most High blocked it. So now all the tribes came up. You had Zebulon, you had Asher, and you had Manasseh, right? You had them come up, but now all the 10 tribes came up. You had some of the tribes mocking them, saying, yeah, right, in other words, for trying to keep the Passover, okay? But Hezekiah prayed for them, but still, the Most High, hey, he's going to fulfill what he say, because he's not a man and he should not lie. So the kingdom was bust up, man, okay? Then you had Shalmaneser V besieged the northern kingdom, right? And then you had Sargon II finally take them down. So here it is, going through their history, jumping around. The northern kingdom and the southern kingdom is bust up and split, man. It's divided, okay? Now we're finna go over here to 2 Kings 17th chapter, right? Second Kings, I ain't gonna read the whole chapter, I'm just gonna jump around, right? Let me see here. I was looking at something else, but I'm going to now, and then in the history you had Hosea give presents to the Syrian king, but at the same time he was trying to make an alliance with them Egyptians, and that didn't even work. Okay? To keep from being taken by them Assyrians. But that didn't even work, man. Most High blocked it, man. Hey, nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do when it comes to prophecy of the Heavenly Father and His Son. It's going to be fulfilled, man. You ain't going to escape it. Okay? This Second King. Now, like I was saying, I ain't forgot about why Israel looked the way they look, but I'm just starting off and building up and showing you the history of how Israel became split. Now, like I said, I ain't forgot. I'm gonna answer the question, but I'm just building up for the brothers who don't know. Israel tried to get back together, but the Most High blocked it, man. It wasn't gonna work. Okay. So this Second King